All right, guys, today I'm going to share with you my thoughts, feelings, and experience with Bossman Brand's beard products. Now, I received a shipment in the mail from them not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. I've had an opportunity to try all these things out for about a week, and I think that's about the best way to give you a fair and honest opinion. I don't like it when people just pull things out of the box and try it right then and there and give you a snap decision on it, and I feel like that could possibly lead to false impressions one way or the other. I haven't done that. But I am very interested in Bossman because I have seen that they offer one or two things that are a little bit different than a lot of the beard companies that you see. And your standard beard products are oil, balm, get your brush, your comb, your washes, and they seem to go just a step or two further than that. And I've been anxious for a while to find out what it was all about. Now, what they sent me in the box was a 4-ounce beard jelly. Bottle of beard jelly, the gold scented kind. And I'll tell you what's in that in a minute and what I thought of that. They also sent me a 4-ounce container of pomade, beard pomade. Then they also sent me a 5-pack, a scent sample pack of their different scents of beard jelly. And then they also sent me this amazing looking snapback hat. Look at that. Now, if you weren't familiar with who Bossman Brands was before, maybe you're starting to recognize it now. Look at that rooster with the long flowing beard and the snazzy looking cap he's wearing on his head. That's amazing. Look at that. That's just a nice looking hat. A very nice looking hat. And I want to thank you, Bossman, for sending that to me. That is nice. And they also have a nice looking beanie that I'd like to get my hands on too, so I might have to order that. But here was what I experienced with the different products. Let me start with the beard jelly. The beard jelly. I have never, before Bossman, I had never heard of beard jelly before. In fact, I didn't even know anybody that had even tried the product before. Like I said, you typically hear about oil and balms. So when I saw they offered beard jelly, I said, man, I want to find out what that's all about. My understanding is, and I'm not claiming to have a full understanding, but my understanding is this is a cross between like beard oil and beard balm in one. All right. And so it was kind of fun finding out what this is all about. Now, don't do what I did, which is not follow instructions. I typically follow instructions well, but this one I did not. It does say shake well right up here. I didn't shake the bottle before I opened it up. And quite honestly, when the bottle is full of product, it's kind of hard to do that anyway. There's not enough room for anything to jostle around. So when you first open this up, when you first get it, it's kind of runny with oil at the very first. And you have to kind of let that run off. And then you see this kind of substance come out because, like I said, this is a crossover. Look at that. I did shake this up before I did this, by the way. So it comes out like this. They tell you to use a pea-size amount of beard jelly. All right. So it's very important to remember that. Very important. And I'll explain to you more why here in a few minutes. But anyway, it's just like that. It doesn't. I mean, you could literally just hang your hand upside down and it won't fall off. And so I was curious as to how this was going to hang in my beard. Would my beard be heavier? Would it be too greasy? Well, when you rub it around your hands, it does seem to have a greasy-like effect when you first put it on. And this is why it's very important to remember that you use a pea-size amount, because when I first started using it, I used way too much, and as you can imagine, it was even more visible than this. And this might seem kind of a bit too much. But, you rub it in your beard and you really get it in there and you get it around. It's the most important thing to do is get it when your beard is still damp, like in the morning after you take a shower or whatever it is you do. Get it in there when you've done that. And, I like to rub around whatever's left on my hands into my skin. It smells really, really good. Remember, I told you this is the gold scent. And they have other ones. And I'll give you my rundown on what my favorite ones are. So I rub the excess into my skin, even on top of my head. Some of you guys can't do that, but I most certainly can. And it's great. It's good for your skin, by the way. I mean, it has to be. It's for your beard. So anyway, it smells really good, but you have to remember how to use it. Only no, please use no more than a pea-sized amount, because I made the mistake of putting too much in my palm to begin with, and it was just too much. Now, I will say, because you saw what my hands look like, I will say that at first I didn't think I was going to like it. I didn't think I was going to like it. Let me brush this. Let me comb this out a little bit. All right. I didn't think I was going to like it because of the texture. I thought it was just going to be, if it looked greasy in my hands like that, it was just going to continue to be too greasy. I don't think so. I don't think so. It feels very nice. My beard doesn't feel heavier. It smells great. In fact, this is one of the few brands I would say that the scent of the product stays in your beard pretty much all day. It's really nice. They did a good job of that. Now, here's what they have in the beard jelly. All right. Here's what they have. It says the ingredients are shea butter, avocado oil, cocoa seed butter, soybean oil, beeswax, castor seed oil, sunflower seed oil, tocopherol, capric triglycerides. So here's what it's supposed to smell like. Lemon, or here's what the scents that are contained in it. Lemon, lavender, bergamot, cedarwood, spruce vetiver. I don't know if those are two words that go together or not, but spruce, vetiver, rosemary, saffron, ratatouille. Remember ratatouille? Saffron and sandalwood. Very nice smelling. Very, very nice smelling. 4-ounce bottle. This is going to last a long time. I'll put it in my beard twice a day. I just recently got into the habit of putting beard oil into my beard twice a day. Normally, I typically put it in once, like in the morning before I leave, and very rarely put it back in again. But recently, I started putting it in twice, in the morning and at night before I go to bed. And I'll have to say that when I got up the next morning with this in my beard still felt really soft. I was able to run a comb through it, even a narrow. This is a wide tooth comb, but even a narrow tooth comb, I could run through it, and it was just fine. It didn't snag or anything. So I'd say it did its job. It didn't leave my pillow greasy or anything like that. I don't feel a greasy residue in my beard later on in the day when I run my fingers through it. So it actually performed quite well, in my opinion. I thought it was quite nice. I really liked it a lot. And I definitely think it's worth it. I'll tell you in a few minutes how much the price is on everything. Then I tried the beard pomade. And this was I was kind of anxious about this because I don't know if I mentioned already in this video, but I typically don't think of pomade as being for beards because it implies a stronger hold, maybe perhaps something a little more weighty. And I never thought that's something I'd want in my beard, but they tell you in here, and you can see I've been using it a little bit. And they tell you to use about a quarter size amount. I would say that it's possible that a quarter size amount might still be too much. But that does not take away from the product. Start with a little less than that. Start with a dime size amount because some of you guys have different sized beards. Some of you have less hair in your face than I do. Some of you have more. You're going to have to kind of play around with that and find out. But you know, I would say start off with a dime size amount, maybe more, maybe up to a quarter size amount if you have a bigger beard. You know, but this is also the gold scent. Smells just like the beard jelly. I put this in after I had the beard jelly in for maybe an hour, maybe a half an hour. Then I would apply this, and it holds quite well. Now, you know, you think of pomade as being something you do when you want to style your beard and hold it, right? I'm not styling my beard right now. I'm just letting my beard grow all natural. I'm not using a blow dryer on it, not even a heated brush. I do have a heated brush coming in from somebody, supposedly, so I can do a review on it. And so I'm not styling my beard, but that doesn't mean that my beard couldn't benefit from something that offers hold. Because, you know, you still get the strays. What I liked about this was there is some weight, but so little that I can't remark on it and say, yeah, it's heavy in my beard, because it's not. It's not heavy, but there is some weight to it. But it's nice because when you're letting your beard grow natural like I am, you know, you get these waves and these curls and everything, and you don't want it getting out of control. And the pomade did help with all day hold in my beard. It's not like balm where it melts quickly in your hand. when it goes on, you can actually see it on your beard, but you just, you rub it in and you run a comb through it. It's not visible anymore, but it's also not so thick that it's hard to get anything through it. And it does hold my beard down quite well. It makes it actually feel good. What I really liked about both of these products, the beard jelly and the pomade, was that when I put the beard jelly in when my beard was still damp, I loved the way it made my beard drape. All right. It did seem to have a little more weight to it, but you don't feel it when it dries. You really don't. I've heard of guys saying that, hey, I feel like I can tell I actually have something in my beard, or it feels heavier. I don't feel that with that. Another thing I've heard guys say with the beard jelly is that it made my beard so shiny and sparkly. Here's my opinion on that. If your beard, regardless of what product you're using, if your beard is sparkly and shiny, with a little bit of exception, you might be using too much. Just saying. You might be using too much. Now, my beard does have a nice sheen to it. It does look very clean, squeaky clean, and does have somewhat of a shine to it. But I have seen the beards of some of these guys out there, and probably you have too. You've been walking around there, and some guys' beards actually look wet. There's like, you almost wonder if it can form into water droplets or oil droplets in their beard. And that's a sign that you're using way too much. So if your beard looks wet, you might want to back off on the product a little bit. Continue to use it, but just back way off. Try using half as much. Having some shine to it's not too bad, but if you're associating shine with the wet look, I'd say back off on it. And it would be easy to do that with the beard jelly. It would be easy to do that. So it's very important to do what they tell you, which is to use a pea size amount, and at least no more than a quarter size amount with the pomade. And then in the sample pack, they send you 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. This is the unscented kind. They also have what they call Hammer and Stagecoach, which I still have some in here. There's another gold one in here. Let me see if I can get it off the table. Gold. And then Magic. Now, I will tell you, when you open these packets, please remember to kind of shake the packets a little bit. Take the product and massage the package in your hand, because if you don't, when you open it up, an oily residue will run out. So it's very important to massage the package before you do it. It's kind of like the equivalent of shaking it, because it's really kind of hard to shake it. But get it worked around there really good before you open it up, and don't do what I did in the first time, which is, as you can see with this one, I tore it all the way across, and I end up using either too much, or I still have a bunch left in the package, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with it as it's running over the edge. You have to be able to contain it by, when you open the package, just rip it open back a corner. Just open a corner up. But here's what I thought of these different scents. This is the Magic scent. And actually, I've heard people saying that Stagecoach was their favorite, but I thought Magic was my favorite one. Magic and Hammer. And I honestly can't remember which one I liked more, because it's been some days since I used Magic and Hammer with my 2 favorite scented beard jellies. Because one of them kind of remind me of freshly baked sugar cookies. And I have a sweet tooth, man. I have a sweet tooth. I love sugar cookies. So smelling that, I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's what I smelled. And then I liked Gold third. That was my 3rd favorite. And then Stagecoach was my last favorite. I liked them all, but that's the order I liked them in. Probably like Hammer, Magic, Gold, and Stagecoach. Here's what each one of them had in it. I'll spare you the ingredients, because they're your typical things like avocado oil, castor seed oil, so on and so forth. All organic, all very nice, all very good. But the Magic scent, it says, is vanilla, sandalwood, bergamot, frankincense, and patchouli. And you can definitely smell the vanilla and patchouli in this. Really, really good. I think that's why it smells like freshly baked sugar cookies. The Hammer is supposed to smell like lavender, vanilla, geranium, and patchouli. Man, that lavender is absolutely discernible in this. And lavender is kind of like a feel-good scent anyway for pretty much anybody, and it definitely is for me. That's why I like Hammer a lot, because it actually has lavender in it. And gold, as you know, the pomade and the beard jelly, the big container of beard jelly I had was also same as this right here: lemon, lavender, bergamot, cedarwood, spruce, vetiver, rosemary, saffron. Remember ratatouille? Saffron, sandalwood. There you go. And Stagecoach has the scent is fine leather, sweet tobacco, and aged bourbon. I didn't say it's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. But and I like it a lot. If I didn't have the Hammer and Magic to compare it to, I would still like this one a lot. But it's really, all of these are really, really good. All of them are really good. And that sample pack, like I said, is $5. And so let me give you a rundown on how much these particular products cost, and that way you get an idea. Okay, so the bottle of beard jelly is like $15. It's a 4-ounce bottle for $15, and you're gonna be using it for a while. The pomade is like $20, somewhere around $20. And like I said, this is around $5. And they do offer different packages to bring the price down. They have 3-packs, 4-packs, where you're going to end up saving $5, $10, in some cases $20 by buying them in quantity. And I think that you know, this is really cool, because not those beer packages, these packages that they have would not only make for nice gifts, but you know, you'd be using them for a long time. You can get different scented ones, so you can just like try them out, you know, rotate them day in, day out. But yeah, I really liked them a lot. I think they did a great job. They have a great logo. It's very impressive. I think they hit the nail on the head. I like the fact that they offer something that a lot of people don't, which is beard jelly. I don't think it would be for everybody. I'll just be honest with you about that. I don't think everybody would like it. I think there are some people out there who are going to put this in their hand, put this in their beard, and they're going to say, I never want to try it again. Because some people are just funny about stuff like that. Some people are just, you know, they just have their preferences. And they don't want to have to deal with the challenge of trying to figure out how much they should and shouldn't use. Yeah, and the pomade, I mean, that's going to be a take it or leave it for a lot of people. I personally liked both of these products. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. I would absolutely buy this product. But I'm going to say something about this that I would say about any product. I wouldn't say it's standalone. If this is something you want to kind of, you know, to kind of add to your collection of different oils and balms and whatnot. It's just one of those things that you're going to, I mean, but like I said, I'd say that about anything. I don't stick to just one brand. I use them all. And it's fun. This is fun. This is fun. And I really like the hat they sent me. I'm very appreciative. I'm very grateful. And I think they have really good deals. I think to get a 4-ounce bottle of jelly for $15 is nice. But they do also have oil. That's a standalone oil. They do actually have balms. I haven't tried any of those. But yeah, I think that they have a good thing going. I think it's affordable. I don't think it's going to be the only thing you're going to want. And I do think there are people who are just going to, they're going to say it's not for me. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a win in my book. And I would buy it again. All right, guys, make sure you see the description below for the link. And I'm not earning anything off of this. I'm not getting paid. I'm not even an affiliate or anything like that. But I wanted the opportunity to share with you what I was able to experience with this. I hope it's helped. And because, you know, a lot of people aren't using beard jelly yet. Maybe they should be. Try it out. See what you think. Put your comments below. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for your time, guys. Bye-bye.